And I think Liverpool players, I think there's a bit of complacency today. I think Liverpool didn't expect us to play the way we did. And you didn't really know what to do. Yes, you had some chances, like from crosses and set pieces. Outside of that, I'm not even going to lie to you. I didn't want to tweet it because I didn't want to ruin it. I didn't feel that threatened by you. I didn't watch it go.
You know what?
I felt from about 60 minutes, I knew we wouldn't lose today. I knew it.
I was saying to KJ before the game. So this, by the way, this did come as a surprise to me because I thought we would win the game. I put it out there. But KJ, remember I said to you, I think it'll be tight, maybe a 2-goal margin. I thought it would be a 2-0 win. But it's one of them games where we could have played another 90 minutes, in my opinion, and we just weren't scoring. We just weren't scoring. I want to commend our defense because, yes, United had a few chances and Alisson saved us yet again. Big up Rams boy. And I've been saying, I got called negative and whatnot. I've been saying Alisson saved us time and time again. But I think Trent did well. That ball by Kobe Mino, by the way, to Garnacho, Trent got a vital little touch, and then he had a few one-on-ones that he defended, but because it doesn't suit people's agendas, they won't give him that praise. I think Tsimikas, who I've been very critical of, I think he was amazing. He was our best player. I think Sam and Ram will agree. Tsimikas was our best player, and that speaks for me. That
it was Trent. I think it was Trent personally.
I thought it was Verge.
The reason why I wouldn't say Trent because. The reason why I wouldn't say Trent, because I hold Trent at a high standard, and I think a lot of the crosses were just into no one. They were just crosses for the sake of it, and we were getting very desperate. We were shooting from far. But I need to speak about the attack, man, because I think I said this after the Fulham game on here. Since the City game, I think it's only Salah that scored or assisted, and I think it's only been once. Nunes, I was his biggest advocate, but since the Fulham game, I've had to stay quiet. I've lost my patience now. I don't want to come in here and cuss him, but I have lost my patience. Luis Diaz, it's the harsh reality, but I don't think he's going to get back to what he was pre-injury. I think he'll get to a certain level, but I don't want to use the word finish. But Luis Diaz can't beat his man now. Dalot had him on toast. Every time Dalot stood him up, he was getting him one-on-one every time. And our attack is worrying me the most. I'm not even going to say our midfield and our defense as such. It's the attack because we've been misfiring for at least a month now. You do have to give credit to United. They did nullify us. They had a game plan and they implemented it. But for me, it's our attack why we didn't win this game, honestly. But it will be so like Liverpool to go and beat Arsenal next weekend. It will just be us. When our back's against the wall, I think everyone makes Arsenal, not everyone, but I think a vast majority will now make Arsenal favourites. We've got a mid-week game against West Ham that particularly doesn't really help because it still is a competition that I do want to win, but I think Klopp will drop the big players. But we need a response against Arsenal now, and I think we will get that one. But it's disappointing. I think every Liverpool fan thought we would win, even if it wasn't convincing. I think most Liverpool fans didn't see a draw coming.
I agree with you on that. I just want to say, I actually had it circled here on my notes. I couldn't find my notebooks. I had to write on the back of a letter today, very professional. I had it circled there about Trent and that the tackle on Garnacho, and it wasn't just a good tackle. He fouled him, but it was a perfect foul. He pulled him just long enough to let him go. And ironically, Amrabat did the same thing 5-10 minutes later to Szoboszlai. It is a foul because there's a pull, but it's never enough to get a penalty. And I thought that Trent had a good game today. I looked at him and Alisson as your man of the matches because that save that Alisson made from Højlund, because I think if you've got your one of your sub goalkeepers in because he's still out injured, I think we score that goal because Alisson just smothered him before he could really get himself set to shoot. But no, look, your attack does have some issues, and I thought it was another limp performance really from Darwin today. Gakpo's not scored at Anfield since you battered us 7-0, as an example. I just don't think Luis Diaz looks the same. Like, I've got to commend Dalot today. I thought Dalot had a good game, but Luis Diaz, when he first came to the Premier League, was twining man up, tying people in knots, dribbling past everyone. A lot of your players just look a little bit flat, a little bit like they're struggling. And man, I know we played deeper today, but considering how easy we've been to play through and they couldn't do much today. Ram, from your point of view, are you concerned about the attack at Liverpool right now? And could that be what cost you the title this year?
It's so hard to say because before the Fulham game, our attack has been saving us. We've been scoring goals for fun. I did say on the group chat, I'm going to seriously miss Diogo Jota in this coming games. He's a player, but not only technically, but also positionally wise, top elite player. And he was seriously missed today. Because look, Terry knows I've been backing Darwin Núñez for quite a bit of time, but today was like every time he's offside. When he's not offside, he can't control the ball. It's like, I can only defend you for so much. And if you're going to keep putting stinkers like that, then what can I say? And then when it comes to Gakpo coming on, Gakpo has blood on his hands. The performance that he put today, every single time he wants to try and get a goal from distance. Bro, pass the ball. Curtis Jones was running through on goal. One-on-one with Onana, and he didn't decide to pass it. No wonder he got shouted at by Curtis Jones by that point. Like, it's been a serious problem. And yes, the what was it? The midfield had been bagging us out for the last couple of games. Trent Alexander-Arnold, obviously Endo scored against Fulham, Elliott against Crystal Palace. Like, we can't keep on doing stuff like this, and it has to be a big change and a big wake-up call for these players, because we gave them praise earlier this season, saying that certain players stepped up in the attack, i.e. Mohamed Salah and Diogo Jota and players like that. But when it comes to these moments where it's the big games against big teams, who was going to stop you from scoring, you got to do something about it. And none of these guys turned up. They haven't. So if they don't turn up, you got to get criticised. I don't want to hear no excuses for no one. And people say, oh, we miss Jota, we miss McAllister. I think McAllister's a big miss for us. Don't get me wrong. But we still should be beating Man United. This isn't United. This isn't United.
Man United have got Lisandro Martinez out. In fact, Man United have got Martinez out. We've got Casemiro out. We've got Martial out. But there's still someone that we would bring on. We've obviously got Maguire out of the team. Mason Mount is out of the team. Eriksen's out of the team. So, like, when it comes to injuries, I get it. But I agree with you. I agree with you. Your attackers were horrendous today. Like, Sam, do you echo there what Ram said? Sorry. I'm Rom.
I can't even lie to you. I'm fuming. First of all, I want to address the Liverpool fans. Next time you want to get overconfident, think again. Think again. Me and G came after the Europa League match, and we said Liverpool fans were getting a little bit too overconfident. We just need to get the 3 points and go, because we were at the point we were top of the league. Now I think we're second or third.
Second.
2 points off. 2 points off Arsenal, who they're going to come to Anfield on a high. Second of all, I was saying it from the beginning of the season, there was being too much made about our defense. Way too much made about our defense. And we haven't been looking at our other end. Now, I said it since the Luton game, that our attack has not been good. Straight up, our attack has not been good. Even the games that we have won, we have struggled to score. I remember the Everton game. Even though Salah scored 2 goals, our attack was struggling. Forget the midfield in the sense of defensively and the defense and Alisson. Forget them. They've actually been doing their jobs. They've actually been doing their jobs. And that's why the scores has been that low. Even if we concede, it will be like 1 goal per game. Something like that. Our attack has been absolutely terrible. Nunes. Oh my word. Nunes. There was a point in time, I said, I give up with you. I think Diaz came through, and then Amrabat made a tackle, and then he called for a penalty when he could have just ran.
Yeah.
Salah was free at the edge of the box as well.
I lost it. After that, I lost it. It's not even like Man United are rubbish. But as I was saying to KJ in the chat, I feel like you lot sat back and defended quite well. But even so, we still created chances to score. Our passes in the final third were absolutely terrible. Terrible. On the right side, Szoboszlai and Salah couldn't even...
Samuel, would you say they were clear-cut, though? I don't think they were clear-cut chances. Like Terry's alluded to, I think they were more set-piece chances. I don't believe they were clear-cut chances. Can you remember one clear-cut chance we created?
So when I say chances, these are chances where, before the final pass. Before the final pass. So we're messing up. So as Ram said, Gakpo could have passed it to Curtis Jones, but he didn't. He wanted to shoot from outside the box. But if you gave it to Curtis Jones, he's there, free. Our decision making was absolutely atrocious. And I've been seeing it for past games, and I said, I'm not going to overreact, but Liverpool fans, look at this. Look at this. We have not been playing well in attacking sense at all. We got Arsenal next week. Now, I am confident that we can beat them, but if we play like that, we're getting smacked. We're getting absolutely smacked.
Humble, bro. Humbled. We're getting humbled if we play. If we play like that against Arsenal, bro, I don't think we're going to score. I think it'll be a 3-0 whitewash from them. Honestly, it would be a
Hold on.
Hang on, Tom. We're going to come to you in a minute. Tom, you kind of were jumping in a minute ago when Ram said that if you do this at Arsenal, you'll be in trouble. Do you not agree with that? Oh, sorry, when you play Arsenal, you'll be in trouble. Do you not agree?
If we play this against Arsenal, will we score? Absolutely not. But we won't concede today. The only good play today were the defenders. That was it. Beyond that, serious questions need to be asked about this attack and the chemistry they've got, because the answer is zero. They have zero chemistry. They don't know how to link up. They don't know how to play together. At points today, it was just 3 man on their own. You know, like when you play 7-a-side and then the three big egos just go up top and they don't pass to each other. That was what it was today. No passing. How many times did one of them pick it up, have the fullback overlapping, and then decide to stop dead? United wanted to get back into shape, and we let them time and time again. We can still win this league, but performances like that aren't going to do it. I thought the starting 11, Szoboszlai had his worst game for us. At some point, all these flicks, tricks, this, that, and the other, you need to at some point go do the simple things. Put your foot on the ball, pass it round. People have tried to make football a complicated game in recent years. All these half spaces, operating in these areas, this, that, all these fancy words that mean nothing. Keep it simple, keep it on the ground, keep it moving quick. That was what we didn't do today. We let United get into shape, and any team that's able to get into shape can defend well. And United have good players in defensive areas at points. They could defend well. The first 15 minutes were what we needed to carry on for the full 90. But we didn't, and that was where we went wrong. Jones should have played. Elliott should have come on a lot earlier. Gakpo should have started. I can look at all these subs that were made too late and go, if you started them, it's a different game. And it's not like, because a lot of times this season it's been revisionism. This weren't revisioning. This was something I was calling for this entire week. You need certain players like this. And it weren't even that Gravenberch had a bad game. It was the DM. Wataru Endo, he's just so slow at certain points. It's like he runs in quicksand. There's no point to it. Big game midweek, cup game against West Ham. The atmosphere simply has to be better for that. 7,000 new seats there. You would have thought 7,000 had been emptied out the way that atmosphere was. Liverpool needs to do something about it, because the thing that, and you know, this goes out to the fans as well, because a lot of these people who dream to go to Anfield, I get that. It's a fantastic stadium to go to, and you want to go there because of the atmosphere. When you go Anfield, you are a part of the atmosphere. You don't just get to sit there and wallow in it as it happens around you. Get involved in the atmosphere. Get involved in it. The singing stops after 15 minutes. What are we doing? We are supposed to be one of the most feared atmospheres in Europe, and we're doing stuff like this. It simply can't carry on. Whether it's the ticketing system, the new ballot thing, or whether, something needs to change, because what's there right now is the death of what was once one of the most feared atmospheres in Europe, and it's happening in front of our eyes, and we're doing nothing about it.
Tom, do you know what's really interesting in that is that first 15 minutes, every tackle, every corner, everything you did, your crowd was crazy. Beginning of the second half as well. But that's why for me, and I understand why Man United fans want us to press hard and do it at Liverpool. But I think back to Arsenal's game there last year, and they did all the right things and they scored, but then they reignited your fan base when I think it was Xhaka on Trent Alexander-Arnold. For me, the way we played as well, it killed your fans. As soon as your fans disappeared, it made it easier for Man United. The famous Anfield atmosphere, again, it's sometimes far too easy to pour cold water over it.
Wait, Terry, I think you said it.
You know what, though? You went there with a game plan, but this might sound wrong. This might sound out. You might disagree with me. United's game plan didn't work. We were just crap.
Nonsense.
Our entire midfield and attack played into your hands. We didn't do anything. We had Mo Salah dropping what is arguably the worst performance in 4 years in a Liverpool shirt. Darwin Núñez.
But the worst I've ever seen at Anfield.
Tom, I have to stop you there. Tom, I have to stop you there. Two things can be right at the same time. We were poor, and it makes me sick, but you have to give United credit, because there's this notion, have more possession, play a team off the park, that you're the better team. If they had a game plan that they implemented, that in itself is them playing well. Yes, it might not be aesthetically pleasing. Yes, it might not be pleasing on the eye, but they still set out to do what they had to do, and they got a result.
Do you want to know why I disagree, though? Do you want to know why I disagree?
Go on.
we didn't create big chances today, not because United stopped us. We didn't create big chances today because we were dickheads. How many times in that first half did Nunes or Salah or Diaz get the ball on the edge of the box with runs around them and stand still and let the runs run away and then not pass it and then the attack is dead? And that goes down as nothing. But that was a massive opportunity. We had 36 shots. We had 36 of them and 8 on target.
Most of them
I
outside
look
of
at
the
all
box.
this and go, United's game plan may well have been to nullify us, and you nullified 1 or 2 players, but to nullify Liverpool as a whole, you didn't do. We were our own worst enemy because we played like it was 11 man.
Tom, what I would say is that we've actually seen this. We've actually seen this in recent games. Like, we have struggled to break teams down relatively regularly, and you know, we have obviously bigged up our attack. You know, the 5 players that make up our forward line, in general, have been good today. But recently, we have struggled on occasion. Like, even like last week when we played was it Bournemouth? We played like that is a worldie by McAllister, and then another worldie by Trent. Like those. Okay, you shoot. You have to make up. You have to get in those positions, and every now and then when you shoot, you'll score. But those are very, very low percentage. Ram and I spoke about it before, right? Those are very, very low percentage opportunities, and they happen to go in, which is great. But we're not creating as much as we should do, and you have to give United credit. Unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say it, they go there with a game plan, and it is to kind of be defensively sound. Get off, Terry. To be defensively sound, to limit, and that's their prerogative. And if they pull it off, if they achieve what they objective set out to do, then they have to be successful and they have to be given credit. And look, they would have probably gone there with that intention. And then if they nick a goal on the break, then even better for them. And we've done that many times before in the past. Like obviously, the Rafa period was synonymous with that type of tactic on occasion, especially when you're going away to big rivals. So your praise
makes you feel sick.